Hello friends, welcome back to the 8th episode, and today we are going to discuss about lighting. I'm Rajan here this side, and today we are going to discuss about what is lighting, what is flashlight, and how can we use flashes in a day-to-day capturing images, what kind of lighting is used in studios, and everything about lighting. So without any further delay, let's get started. First, try to understand what is lighting. What is the definition of lighting? Basically, light is the fundamental element in photography. In fact, the word photography has been derived from a Greek word. So, photographers create an image by capturing these elements of light onto the digital sensor. And without any light, it is impossible to do any kind of a photography. First, let's try to understand what is natural light. Natural light is basically a sunlight which is there in the morning, in the afternoon we generally call it as a harsh light, and in the evening light. In my past episodes, I have also shown what is golden hours. Basically, there is a time in the morning and in the evening when there is a sunrise and the sunset. So that is generally called as golden hours, in which there is a very smooth light is falling on the subject, and you will not find any shadows or any harsh shadows or any brighter highlights in the image when you capture it. So during golden hours, early in the morning or during the sunset, you can see the images which are captured here. So you will not find any harsh shadows which are falling on the subject. You will find a very subtle, smooth light which is falling on the subject. You can do any kind of a photography, that is a fashion photography or maybe jewelry photography. You can also do kids photography. And it's not that you can't capture image during harsh light. In this example, you can see a harsh light is falling and there is a net which is being covered on the subject, and a good light which is falling on the face that has been captured. Cloudy days are very good for doing photography, and the light which is falling on the subject, it's very much subtle. No harsh shadows you will find it on the subject, and the entire day you can do a photo shoot. So clouds, when there are clouds in the skies, it acts as a very big lighting diffuser which is there on the sky, and you can do the photo shoot for the entire day. That is a very good source of light for all the photographers. Flashlight. Generally, a flash is there in all the cameras, that is inbuilt in every DSLR cameras. On the other hand, you will also find the people use external flash and they carry along in their kit. So this is the external flash. This is a Godox flash. The model is TT585, and here you can see we can tilt this flash. We can bounce this flash from the ceiling and we can bounce it on the subject, and the ceiling acts as a very large source of light, and hence these flash are used. These can be mounted in on the DSLR camera, and this can be moved also. You can see, so you can move it from the right side. You can bounce the light from the right side of the wall, or you can bounce the light from the left side of the wall. So accordingly, these are very good source of light. And on the other hand, you will also find there is a small diffuser which falls out over here, and this works when the light is triggered. So this works on the face of the subject, and this diffuses the entire environment. So with this flash, I use this trigger. So this is mounted on the camera, and I can use this flash wirelessly with the umbrellas and the soft boxes. With this flash, I also use this small soft diffuser. This is mounted like this on the diffuser on this flash, and basically this doesn't give any harsh light on the subject. This is mounted like this. So generally this is used when you will not find any kind of a wall where you can bounce a light on the subject, any side wall or any ceiling which is there when you are capturing any kind of wedding or any event. You will not find any wall to bounce the light on the subject. So generally then this is used for getting a good diffused light on the subject. In this image you can see how the light is bouncing on the subject. It is bouncing from the ceiling and the flash is facing the ceiling. So it is generally in a 60 degree or a 45 degree kind of a tilt is there of the flash, and it get bounced on the subject, and a large source of light is being created. Studio lighting. There is so much to learn about studio lighting. Studio lighting is a very vast subject, and I will try to put it in a very simple way. As you can see in this image, you will find different types of lighting boxes, soft boxes and umbrellas which are used in studio lighting. This is one of the we call this product as a beauty dish. Generally this is used when you are capturing any fashion shoot or any portrait kind of a shoot. This is a very good source of light which is used in a studio. This is called a ring light, and this also can be used in a very creative ways. Most of the times this is used in some kind of a fashion shoot or during weddings also. So these images are captured in a studio kind of a lighting environment. So in these images you will not find any kind of shadows which is getting created, and whatever the light source, in which direction I want to use the light source, that I can use it as per my convenience. How much light which should be falling on the subject, that I can decide. So these are some of the benefits which you can get while shooting in a studio. So first one is the controlled light environment. So you can control various lights through wireless triggers. So generally there are three types of light sources which are used in studio format. So one is from the right hand side, one is from the left hand side, and one which is falling on the backdrop, so that you will not get any shadows and you will get a very subtle picture whenever you are doing any fashion shoot or any garment shoot or any commercial photography. So generally three types of lights are used. Second benefit is no dependency on outside lights. So you can shoot it anytime during the day. If the outside light is very harsh, if you want to shoot it in the afternoon, so you can't shoot it outside, you can shoot it in the studios. Third benefit is shoot can be performed anytime. So if you want a shoot to be happen at 11 o'clock in the night or 12 o'clock at night, or during the harsh light during your afternoon times at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, you can shoot it entire day, because you have a very controlled lighting environment. You can control the light in studio photography. Fourth benefit is fewer distractions. Whenever you are shooting outside, so you will find some kind of a distraction. Some people are walking around, some kids are playing. So in studio kind of an environment you will not find these distractions. Fifth point is wide variety of background options. You can choose any kind of a color options, different backgrounds which are available in the market, and you can choose all these background options according to your photo shoot. So as I told you, photography is all about light. So if there is no light, there is no photography. So photography is all about lighting. So whenever we are talking about aperture we defined as an opening of the aperture, closing of the aperture, how much light will be falling on the sensor. So when we talk about shutter, so how much the shutter should be increased and how much it should be decreased to create a motion or to freeze a motion. So when we talk about ISO, it is all about sensitivity of the image sensor. Again, how much image sensor is exposed towards light. When we talked about compensation exposure, so then again we are talking about light. So in all these parameters, all this exposure triangle is talking about light. So light is one of the paramount importance whenever we are doing any kind of a photography. When we are talking about golden hours, it is again about the light. When we are talking about studio lighting, it is again about the light. When we are talking about flashlight, again it is about the light and how much light is falling on the image sensor, and accordingly the good image is being captured. So you will find in all the tutorials, all the explanation, it is only about light, light and light. So photography is all about light, how you design a light, how you manipulate the lighting condition, and accordingly the great image can be captured during these good lighting conditions. So hope friends I have made it very clear what is light and how can we use different lighting condition to capture great images. So friends, that's all for the day on lighting, and next we are going to cover lenses and we'll see what are the different types of lenses which are available in the market. Thank you so much and have a great day.